In a kingdom far away, nestled among the hills and forests, there lived a ferocious dragon named Smaug. The villagers who lived nearby were always wary of Smaug, for he would often swoop down and steal their cattle and sheep, and sometimes even kidnap their children. The king of the kingdom, upon hearing of Smaug's terrorizing behavior, promised to give his daughter's hand in marriage to anyone who could slay the dragon. Many brave knights attempted to defeat Smaug, but all of them failed. One day, a young and fearless knight named George decided to take up the challenge. He set out on his trusty horse, armed with a shining sword and a heart full of courage. When he arrived at Smaug's lair, the dragon roared with fury, belching flames and smoke, but George stood his ground and prepared for the fight of his life. The battle between George and Smaug was fierce and intense. They fought for hours on end, with the dragon breathing fire and George striking with his sword. However, just when it seemed that all was lost, George saw that Smaug had a thorn stuck in his paw, which was causing him great pain. Filled with compassion, George decided to help the dragon instead of fighting him. He approached the dragon gently and removed the thorn from his paw. Smaug, now free from pain, became meek and friendly. From that day forward, Smaug and George became the closest of friends. The dragon was no longer feared or loathed by the villagers, but instead, he became a beloved member of the community. He helped protect the villagers from harm, and they in turn welcomed him with open arms. Years passed, and George and Smaug became inseparable. They traveled far and wide together, facing many adventures and challenges along the way. Their friendship was a testament to the fact that sometimes, even the most fearsome creatures have a gentle heart, and that with kindness and compassion, we can overcome our fears and make unlikely friends. Eventually, the time came for George to return to his kingdom. As a parting gift, Smaug gave George a scale from his back as a token of their friendship. George promised to visit Smaug often and to tell the people of his kingdom about the kind-hearted dragon who had become his dearest friend. Years later, when George had become an old man, he returned to Smaug's lair to visit his old friend. There, he found Smaug lying on the ground, weak and ill. The dragon had grown old and tired, and he knew that his time had come. George stayed by Smaug's side until the very end, holding the dragon's paw and offering him comfort and love. When Smaug passed away, George wept for his friend, but he knew that the dragon had lived a long and happy life, surrounded by the love and affection of those who had come to know and cherish him. And so, the legend of Smaug the dragon lived on, inspiring generations of